Yeah, that's really not my.
Do you know where you're heading?
Hang on.
Where?
You're heading straight for Lee, our leader.
You're very probably right. If you think
What do I need to do to make you let me see Lee?
Nothing. This isn't the old camp. And Lee isn't Gomez. He doesn't need an army of henchmen to hide behind. He can defend himself. We are only here in case he needs us.
Maybe.
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
Same.
Hello.
The old camp has banned me. I'd like to join you.
You've done much for our camp. I can make good use of men like you. Let's keep it short. Welcome to the new camp, mercenary. Here, take some armor. Good that you're here with us.
I need better armor.
You'll first have to earn your armor. Apart from that, they don't come cheap.
Give me the heavy armor.
This armor is the best piece you'll ever get inside the barrier, and believe me, it's worth the ore.
Some people never learn.
Can you teach me something?
I can help you to get stronger and more dexterous.
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
I better keep out of it. I'm not listening to all the blathering anymore.
Yeah, that's really not my problem.
It's the same story every time.
I'm not listening.
That won't happen again. Maybe. I was obvious there would be trouble ahead.
Let's talk about something else instead.
As long as I'm not involved.
Hang on, better not go
never
rust.
learn.
Rely on somebody, and you're in trouble. That's how it goes.
As long as I'm not involved.
That's what you tell people.
Rely on somebody and you're in trouble. That's how it goes.
There must be something about
Let's
that
talk
story
about
after
something
all.
else instead.
Want to be in his shoes, though.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Hello.
That's what you tell people.
Keep it to yourself.
Maybe.
People don't need to know it.
There was a time when things
I am now one of Lara's men. Have you got a message for me to take over to the Magicians of Fire?
I do indeed, but you'll need to carry the sign of one of our messengers, else Gomez's men won't let you enter the castle. Here, take the letter and the sign. And now, hurry up.
Hang on, better not go rushing into anything.
I want to acquire magic writings.
That was very clever.
People always talk. You have
I'm not listening to all the blathering anymore.
Let's talk about something else instead.
You're very probably right.
People always
But
talk.
keep it to yourself. People don't need to know it.
Keep out of it.
Some people never learn.
Obviously, there'd be trouble ahead.
That won't happen
That
again.
wasn't very clever.
If you
I
think
wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though.
Some people never
rely on somebody and you're in trouble.
Same old story
That's how it
every
goes.
time. Hang on, better not go rushing into anything.
rely on somebody.
Let's talk about something else instead.
Hang on, better not go rushing into anything. There was a time when things would have gone very different. You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
I'd better keep out of it.
If you think.
Don't but keep it to yourself. People don't need to know it.
I'd better keep out of it.
Hang
If you
on,
think.
better not go rushing into anything.
You're very probably right.
But keep it to yourself. People don't need to
won't
know it.
happen
Let's
again.
talk about something else instead.
That's
I'd better
really
keep
not
out
my
of it.
problem.
There must be something about that story after all. That's really not my problem.
Same old story every time.
There must be
That
something
won't
about that
happen
story
again.
After all.
Hang on, better not go rushing into anything.
Maybe.
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
You have to watch what you tell
Same
me.
old story every time. People always talk.
People always
Hang on, better not go rushing into anything.
It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead.
Keep out of it. People
If you
don't
think
must
be
know
something about that story after all. Very probably right. Rely on
it. There
somebody,
was a
you're in
time
trouble.
when things
That's
would have
how it
gone
goes.
Very differently.
Oh, I'm not listening to all the
You have to
blathering
watch what you tell
anymore.
people. That wasn't very clever.
was obvious that there'd be trouble ahead.
But keep it.
It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead.
There must. That wasn't very clever.
Don't listen to all the blathering. That wasn't very clever.
You have to watch what you tell people.
Hang on. Better not go rushing into anything.
I thought that'd be cleared up ages ago.
Hold on, who's talking to me? You are talking to me? How did you get into my head? You are what? The servant of your master? You seem to be a creature from hell. You want me to be silent? Is your master's name perhaps Zardas? Oh, right, so names are not important. Okay, I'll just assume that this here is the Tower of Zardas. I have to talk to your master. Me, unworthy? What kind of test? Ah, I understand. Whoever wants to talk to your master must prove worthy first. Hold on, what was that? The proof? Victory over what? Victory over the elements? Stone? Ice? Fire? Here's the heart of a stone golem. What? Right! Worthy proofs! Missing? 2 are still missing? Is this heart of an ice golem the proof? Duality? The second proof? 1 is still remaining? What about this heart of a fire golem? Perfection? I'm worthy? If that's the case, I'd like to speak to your master now. Counter evidence? What kind of counter evidence? A rune? A rune for me? Well, then I'll accept the rune of teleportation as a sign of worthiness. Mortal? Who? Me? Okay, I'm on my way.
Who dares to disturb me in my studies?
My name is...
I don't wish to know your name. It's insignificant. All that matters is that you're the first person in years to have solved my golem's riddles.
Have there been any other visitors?
Not many. And when they began to annoy me, I confronted them with one of my supernatural creatures.
You enjoy being on your own, don't you? I was sent by Saturus. We need your help. The magicians of water plan to use their big ore mound.
The ore mound is not the solution.
It isn't?
No.
All the magicians of fire are dead. Gomez had them assassinated.
That does not surprise me. Those foolish barbarian butchers in the castle, especially Gomez, were never to be trusted. Caristo and the other magicians elected their own hangman when they helped Gomez to usurp the power.
The so-called sleeper is said to be an evil archdemon. That's what the Brotherhood in the swamp found out. Now the magicians of water believe that everybody in the colony is in great danger.
There is a greater danger than anyone within the barrier could possibly imagine.
If the explosion of the ore mound doesn't avert the great danger...
Forget the ore mound. Its power won't open the barrier. If Caristo and Saturus hadn't wasted their time fighting over foolish and vain issues throughout the past years, they'd all know what I know now.
Which is?
None of the 12 magicians ever stopped to wonder why the formation of the barrier got beyond their control, or why it assumed such gigantic proportions.
Did you find out why that happened?
Well, one thing is certain. The answer lies deep beneath the Orc town.
The Orc town?
Orcs are not animals, as many people think. Their culture is as old as the human culture. A few centuries ago, 5 Orc shaman invoked a very old archdemon, which they hoped would give their clan the power to defeat their enemies.
This archdemon, was it the Sleeper?
The Orcs gave him that name much later. But I won't tell you why they did it, or why they are now terrified by this supernatural creature.
Why not?
I believe you could be... No. To be really sure, you'll have to perform another task.
Which task?
Listen carefully. The Orcs have exiled one of their shamans from the town.
Why have they exiled him?
The dying Orc warrior was no longer able to answer that question when he was interrogated by one of my demons.
What does this Orc shaman have to do with my task?
He'll tell you the rest of the story about the Sleeper.
An Orc shaman is hardly likely to be keen on talking to me.
Do you want me to help you or do you not?
Well, yes, but...
Then never question my words again. Find the shaman. He's not on good terms with his brothers in the Orc town, so he may listen to you before turning you into a living torch.
Very comforting. Where is this exiled shaman?
Go to the old citadel in the east. You can't miss it. It's on top of a high mountain, which can be seen from a distance.
Can you just enter it?
They call it the old citadel, but there's hardly anything left of it other than the foundation walls. It's been a ruin for many decades.
I will get the answers from this shaman.
My servant has already given you a teleportation rune for the pentagram 1 floor below. That will make it easier for you to get back here later.
I'm seeking magic knowledge.
I'm not. I better keep out of it. I'm not listening to the black.
Doubt that, sir.